Nico, it was a disappointing way to finish the fixture down at Lords, obviously with rain abandoning play when the Foxes were in a pretty positive position. But as I mentioned there, plenty of positives to take from the performance anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, bitterly disappointed at the end, but the way we fought back and the resilience that we showed, the character that we had, you know, some really good performances throughout the game. We probably let them get a few too many, but you know, we were competent and confident that we were going to finish the game, and in the end we were in total control. Unfortunately, the weather took the extra points from us, but you know, we take a lot of positives into this next game, and really looking forward to, you know, playing some good hard cricket.
And it was great to have Abbas back opening the bowling for his first county championship game of the season, along with Wright, Taylor and Michael taking wickets as well. But so a good, strong bowling performance from the whole attack.
Yeah, definitely. You know, having Abbas, the world's best red ball bowler in the world, is a class act, and he's even been in the nets this morning helping Chris Wright on a wobble seam ball, and backing Matt Mason, the bowling coach, what they've been working on the last few weeks, which is wonderful. So Abbas is you know, is a high class operator on the pitch and a high class operator off it. So having him and the control he gives the game, the questions he asks, because his bowls such good tight areas, every ball's either nipping away or nipping back in. You know, high class. They had about 35, 36 player misses in the first session, so they can be, you know, it's such fine margins. Rather than feathering a ball, it's a play and miss. So yeah, we're confident that we can bowl people out on most surfaces, which is you know, a huge thing to do in county championship cricket. And you know, our batsmen are in total control. Certainly in that second innings we were playing beautifully. Colin Ackerman, he continues his quality season. The work he's done in the winter is paying off massively, and the guys have a nice little match-winning performances around him. So yeah, we're in a good place. Everybody's hitting the ball well. We just like to get over the line with some good hundreds and some big hundreds, but that'll happen. The sun's starting to come out now, pitches are drying up, and I think there's more runs to be had.
You mentioned getting over the line with the centuries. Paul Horton mentioned after the Lord's game that people are still putting useful runs together, just unfortunately not getting over that 100 mark, but still the 60s, the 70s, 80s is still useful when it comes to attempting to win county championship fixtures. Yeah,
definitely. You know, you've got to stand up and you've got to have partnerships. The captain always talks about grabbing a partner and going and getting in a partnership and forming it, and a big partnership. So yeah, we're confident the way the boys are striking the ball. Everybody's confident, they're in control of what they're doing. Decision makings are good. We've just got to now just, you know, make longer contributions, that's all. Just be out there a little bit longer, but that'll happen. You know, guys have worked hard in the games, and you know, the cream will rise to the top.
And we're back at the Fisher County grounds for the first time since April against Worcestershire in a county championship, and on the back of a good run of form as well. So plenty of positives taken into that, and a lot of confidence going to that fixture.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Derbyshire are a canny side. They've got some good players. Wayne Madson's been really consistent over the last, you know, probably 7 or 8 years now, as well as probably their main catalyst that people bat around. Billy Godleman's been exceptional in white ball cricket rather than red. Lewis Rees did well last game, got 100 in the first innings, so they've got some good players. You know, it's fine margins at this level, but you know, we have to respect them, and we'll have our plans ready to execute, and you know, we'll put them under a lot of pressure at Grace Road. We want to make this a bit of a fortress, as it was many years ago. We want to get back to that stage now. We had a fantastic fielding session this morning. We're lifting our standards in fielding, it's crucial. We've took some great catches, and especially some great slip catches over the last few weeks, and we're looking to make sure that we compete in every format of the game.
And it's not only the first team that are performing well, the second's coming off the back of 2 decent performances, two good wins against Yorkshire in a one-day cup and in 3-day cricket as well. So does that give you any sort of headaches as in your team selection for the fixture?
Yeah, you always need headaches, don't you, as a head coach? That's a good thing. We've never had that at Leicester for many years now, so wonderful that the second team did a brilliant job in the one-day game. Some great performances, and then obviously in the 3-day game they've smashed Yorkshire by an innings, and when you look at Leicestershire, we've got 100 clubs in Leicestershire, and Yorkshire have got 900 cricket clubs. You know, the amount of cricket, their pathway programme is many hundreds. Ours is much smaller, so you know, for us to compete and beat Yorkshire, a huge county in English cricket, is a massive achievement for our guys, and we're delighted that Tom Smith and Dibs Patel and their team have done so well. There's some great contributions all around. Sam Evans in particular got a brilliant 140. We had some, you know, Dieter Klein's bowled beautifully, Will Davies has bowled beautifully, you know, Gavin Griffiths has done well. Neil Dexter's come back in and playing cricket now, which is fantastic. So he's bowled nicely as well. So, you know, some really good cameos. Callum Parkinson got a 60-odd as well, which is great. So we're delighted that the guys are, you know, are pushing and knocking the door down. And it's not knocking the door down with a 30 or a 40 or a 50 in the second team. We don't get anywhere in that. You know, we want good hundreds and big hundreds, and we want 5-wicket hauls, and that's what we're getting right now. And competition for places is a good thing, because, you know, at times we've got a big run coming up now of 5 or 6 games in a few weeks, so it's going to be tough physically and mentally. So we have to have guys ready to step in.
And just a final word on the fixture coming up on Monday against Derbyshire. The pitch at the Fisher County ground has not been used for a couple of weeks or so now, so it's had a good rest. And obviously you've got 2 teams that are performing well in your first and your second. So how do you see the fixture going?
Yeah, well, you know, really positive. We want to come out of this with maximum points. You know, it's a game, Derbyshire, that you know, they've struggled over the last few years, as Leicestershire have. But we feel that we're in a good place. We know that man for man we're as good as them, if not better. And now it's about execution, about confidence, and you know, getting on control of that game early, and you know, stepping a marker down whatever we do, whether we bat a ball. And we're in a good place right now. They've come off a loss, so they'll be hurting, and we've come off a very confident, almost a win. So we've got to take that confidence forward and make sure we put a real stamp on the game on the first day.